last time on Guardians of Fehal.
In our last episode, the party came back up from the aqueducts and were discussing the best way to attend the fighting pit safely. They threw around the ideas of wearing disguises and coming up with alter identities, and overall, a somewhat plausible strategy for being able to attend safely. As they returned to the guild hall for the evening, the party split, with Una, Hans and Frans, Andrew's character, and Rowan going to the river for a swim in the rain, and Nora and Hans and Frans, Josh's character, going to the forge together to work on the axe for a little bit longer. While working on the axe together, Nora confided in Hans and Frans, Josh's character, that she was worried the party had been on the brink of splitting up, and Hans and Frans, Josh's character, acknowledged that him and his brother really didn't know how to be friends with other people, but that they were learning, and that they didn't want to leave their new family behind. Feeling better, the two spent the rest of the evening crafting the axe together before heading to the baths. Meanwhile, Rowan learned how to swim for the first time, with Una helping him along the way. As they were swimming, Hans and Franz, Andrew's character, began debating about all the conversations of family and realized that it had been a long time since him or his brother had reached out for home to see how anyone was doing, and decided to spend the next bit of the evening talking to his brother about what kind of letter they could send home, and if their parents would even want to hear from them. You have a whole day ahead of you, and then another basically most of the day ahead of you before you guys are going camping, so the day is yours to spend how you wish. What do you guys want to do?
Go get spells, go get caplets, and go see Cece.
We're not supposed to get our masks started at least, or whatever.
And magic items.
Yeah, Hans and
Yeah,
Franz.
and disguise magic item.
Hans and Franz needs to finish the axe in the morning, so that's what he would do right away. Crack of dawn, see how fast see how long it, how soon he could get it done.
Okay. Starting at the crack of dawn, are you gonna wake up before you've rested a full 8 hours?
No.
Or
No, because he'd get up, if he was in the bath until probably 11. So he'd get up at, I guess, 8.
okay.
Go down to or go over to the forge and work until noon, and try to meet up with people in the dining hall if they're back by then.
Okay. Who wants to go shopping?
Me.
Sam and Megan and Aaron, and I have no idea if Andrew's character wants to go shopping because he has his camera off.
Yeah, but my mic isn't,
You didn't say anything.
because I didn't want to go shopping.
Okay, so you'll be at the guild.
You'll be with Hans and Franz.
brother, yeah.
Okay. I mean, there are people all over the guild, but okay.
Yeah, people we don't know as well as
mean,
each other.
Sure. I suppose that's fair. Because they're making it hard to assassinate you.
Hey, that's the point.
All right. So you want to go shopping. I'm assuming you're going to the Fae Steps.
Yep.
All right. So who do you go to first? Do you go to the magic shop first, or do you go to...
Go to Cece.
All right. You can get there, and she's getting ready to start work for the day. You can see her looking like she's getting her tools ready to strip some of the leather, like hides and stuff. Everything. She's like, Una, hi.
Cece.
How are you doing, girl?
I have a question for you. We
I have an answer, maybe.
are looking for some masks to be created. Do you think you could possibly help with that, or at least point us in the direction of someone who can help us?
All right. What kind of masks are you looking for? Are you looking for wood carved ones? Are you looking for cloth ones? Are you looking for ones made out of like leather?
Leather and cloth. I think preferably lighter and breathable, because we don't want them to suffocate. And I'll kind of describe how Hans and Franz described what they wanted. There's like, try my best to describe their wishes in a mask.
Okay, give me an intelligence check?
Oh God, you guys, this is gonna be bad.
Roll for description.
Can I help her out?
Sure, you can give
I rolled
her
a 17
advantage.
on the die,
Okay.
and my
All right.
intelligence, I believe, is a +1. Let me check.
Fish for that 20, Sam.
My intelligence
Yeah,
is a
no.
+1, so it's 18.
Okay. With an 18, you feel like you've conveyed a pretty good description of what the twins said they wanted. And she's like, yeah, I could probably get that done. When do you need them done by?
2 days?
Okay. They're not going to be super fantastical necessarily. They'll be a little bit more basic. If you want them to be a bit more fancy, I could have maybe my daughter help me try to like jazz them up a bit. What are they for? Are they for a party?
Yeah, something like that.
Like a costume party? Like is it like a nice costume party? Is it more of like a
It's more like
is it more of
like a showboat emphasis on strength party.
Oh, I haven't been to one of those kind of parties in a very long time, but yeah, I know what you're looking for. Something breathable, right?
Yes.
Clean's easy? All right, yeah,
Yep.
I can help you out with...
Maybe they should be red just to hide blood, just in case, but...
Oh.
That guy wore
not
the
that
brown
kind of
pants.
party.
He knew what was going on.
Whoa, that's quite a wild party that they're into. But you know what? I'm not one to judge, so I will try to get those done for you in time and see if. And you want them a little bit more fantastical looking?
Yeah, if you don't mind. I know your daughter was working on some capes for me. I don't know if she's done or not. How much do you think it would cost to get these done?
I eventually will learn how money works in this game.
Does the
What could it...
does the DMG have a mask cost in it?
I'm just laughing because I'm thinking about that meme of like, how much could a banana cost, Richard? $10.
$10.
Like, how much could a mask cost? 10 gold? Let's say for 2, you guys are just doing 2 masks that are a little bit more fantastical.
Yes.
Let's say 30 silver.
Oh, I'll give her like a gold for that.
Okay. A gold is...
I mean, that's only 10 silver.
10 silver.
Oh,
Why
I'll
are you
give
undercutting
her
Cece?
5 gold.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. She's like, oh, I will splurge on some very nice leather then for this, and try to treat it so it'll be easy to wash and it's breathable. So yeah, I can get this done for you.
I will see you in a few days, and I'll actually have to go over to your daughter soon.
Oh yeah, tell Sigourney I say hi.
Will do.
Goodbye, Cece.
Goodbye, Rowan. Yeah, you've said your name before.
Yes.
Her, right? Yeah, because you guys have all been here.
Yep.
Yep. Bye, Rowan. Goodbye, Nora. Goodbye, Una.
Bye-bye.
Bye. And then off to her daughter's house.
All right.
That
Yeah,
sounds
you guys go
wrong.
down the street.
Weird. Yay, down the street. Ron's been here before.
Yeah, you guys have all been here before. You guys successfully make it over, and Sigourney is like, oh, you're a little bit earlier than I expected. Can you give me like about another hour and a half, and I'll have basically everything finished?
Sure can. I will be back in an hour.
All right. And she basically says, oh no, wait, where are you guys going?
Magic shop.
Okay, then go to the magic shop then. All right, you go to Smoke and Mirrors, and the guy whose name I don't want to look up, but I know it's somewhere.
It's in my notes somewhere.
Is there?
In the
Yeah.
chaos.
He is there.
Is it Gregory?
No, I thought it started with a T. Like, I don't think it was Trevor. It was like
Timothy?
something though.
Smoke and Mirrors is Tyrone.
Tyrone.
What she
That's what
said.
it was. I'm like, I know it's a T name.
Tyrone.
Tyrone.
Or is it Gale? It might be Gale. I have Gale, parentheses, Guy, and then Tyrone.
Maybe it's Gale.
Either one.
Whatever. I don't remember his name nor care at this moment.
Yeah. No. Ask him if he still has the scroll of water breathing and the scroll of tiny hunt for an equivalent of 800 gold. Unless he sold it from out from under me, and I'd be pissed because it's only been like a day and a half.
No, it's still there.
Yes.
Yeah, he still has it. It was about 800 gold.
It was 450 and then 350, so 800 in total.
Yep. He will sell them to you.
Yes. Do you have any items that would help make my friend here look like a human instead of a tree person?
Oh, some sort of glamour magic.
Yeah.
Maybe. How long do you want the effect to last for? And how realistic do you want it to be of an illusion?
Pretty realistic, probably.
Pretty realistic. And for what? 2 hours? 3 hours?
Yeah.
As long as
you could do.
possible.
Well, you could do scrolls. Those are not as expensive, but you'd have to recast them every few hours, and I think you have to be able to cast the spell yourself to use a scroll.
I don't think
Is
I
that a
could
thing?
do that.
DMs. Yeah. Okay. The DMs
I mean, you
who
don't
muted
have
are
to.
nodding. So yeah.
But it's
What's
a
the
big
question?
penalty if you don't.
They
Yeah,
have a
there's like a
chance to
check.
fail if they're not. But
Okay.
he is proficient in magic, so I mean, if he's proficient in magic and can cast magic, would he have that penalty?
Yes, I mean, because you have to be able to, it has to be in
if he
your
ha-
school of. It has to be like you have to have
On
the
your
ability to have it
spell
on your
list.
spell list.
Oh,
I will check and look this up really quick, and I will tell
Oh,
you.
Josh,
but
Andrew,
Rowan
I
would-
really
Andrew
appreciate
takes
you guys in
offense.
my.
No. I'm saying like I want to see if it's on his spell list
Okay.
that he could have it.
But if it's on his spell list, but he is not of sufficient level to cast it, then there's a
Then there's a check.
It's a first level spell, so.
What spell are we
isn't
looking
it?
at?
disguise
yes, it
self.
is.
Disguise self.
Disguise
No, it's not on your list.
is a first level spell.
It's not on your list. Sorry, Aaron.
Crappy.
No. He would basically confer that in a way that makes sense in this universe's logic.
Yeah.
I don't think that I can use any sort of disguise.
Lizzie, we want some realism here.
magic.
Explain this to me in your world.
Yeah. Weave the
You're not
tapestry.
there.
Yeah,
All right.
give me a
You
tapestry of
see-
words.
You see, everyone who is gifted with magic usually has more of an affinity for another kind of magic, and casting a magic outside your own natural affinity can be very challenging. So if it's not one where you're really able to cast glamour magic of a sort or illusion magic, you would not be able to do it without much more of a challenge. The spell is more likely to fail. Are you happy now?
Yes. Extremely happy. You did an amazing job explaining.
That makes a lot of sense. Thank you for explaining it.
Yeah.
But I do have a more expensive item that would last though a lot longer until you took it off.
What does it do?
How expensive?
Let's see.
Is it the mask of
Wow.
Medusa's?
No, I rolled super low for that. And by my own logic of how much magic items should cost. It's 300 gold,
Sold.
but it
Yeah, just hand it over.
We'll take it. Don't even know what it does. We'll take
Can we
it.
get two?
If you want to
He
increase the
basically
price,
goes-
I mean, you're
He goes back, and you can see him go back behind in this little closed door. Like he casts like an incantation to unlock his back room door, and then he goes back there. And then like a second later, he comes out and he has a little leaf on him. And he's like, "Now, this can look like however you want. I'm currently attuned to it, so it will change what I look like." And then he puts it
So we have
on,
to
and
kill
then he
him
looks
in order to
exactly
get it, right?
no. He looks exactly like Rowan when he puts it on. Like he sticks the leaf on his forehead and tree man.
It's a magical leaf. Just for Rowan.
It's perfect.
the
Well, you can have it look like anything you want. You could have it be an accessory. You can have it be just something you wear on your head, like You could have it be a flower, you could have it be a hat, you could have it be a pin, you could have it be whatever. I just prefer the leaf because it looks a little bit more silly, but you can have it look however you want. You will have to attune to it, so.
Okay. And I won't have to look like you when I use it?
No, you can look like whoever you want.
Okay, I wasn't sure since you turned into me if then I would have to turn into...
Yeah. Oh, the only thing with this is I have to keep track of how many of these I sell. So
Okay.
I will have to put down who purchased it on the date. So
Okay.
for this kind of magic, they like a record of these things. So
do we want to use party funds for this one?
How much do we have left in the party?
We have
fund?
50 platinum, 124 gold, and 110 silver after we
Yeah, you also-
dropped 800 on the scrolls.
you also have all those gems too that you haven't sold yet.
Oh, yeah.
I can see how much they're worth.
Tattoos! Hello! That's what we're saving those for.
By time you could learn to do that, it would probably be like levels and levels higher in the game.
But we gotta start collecting gems now. We can just crank out all the stuff when we need it. But yeah, we do have the gems. We have a couple of other smaller, non-expensive pieces. But like I said, and I, even in my personal bank right now, have 20 platinum and about 250 gold left. I was gonna drop most.
Rowan and Nora have a ton, so.
Okay. It's up to you guys.
We'll just go ahead and buy it from our own.
Okay.
That way we can keep it in the party fund.
Yeah.
How
But yeah,
many of these items do you have?
just the one for now. They take a little bit of time to make, but I could make more. It'll probably take me a couple weeks to get another one.
Well, we'll definitely take the one for now, and you can put my name down for it if you'd like.
Yeah, I'll put your name down, and he'll hand over some paperwork like for you to sign. It's just basically like name and then occupation. Like
I'll go ahead
a
and
little bit of where to
fill
find
in
you. Yeah,
my info.
it's like a registry basically where they want a record of who buys magic that can make you look like somebody else.
What?
Understandably so.
No.
All right, Rowan, add that magical leaf into your inventory.
Okay.
Yeah, you gotta attune to it though, and remember you only are gonna be able to have 3 items attuned. So.
Do I have anything attuned right now?
I don't think so.
I don't think any of us really do.
No, Andrew's
Andrew
attuned
does.
to his
Andrew's got
cloak.
one.
He's attuned to his cloak,
What about
but not
his
his
sword?
sword. Nope, his sword wasn't attunement because it wasn't that high of an enchantment. Rowan, your axe though, like this is pre-show stuff, like you will have to attune to it to use its special features because this one is a lot more, I hate to say it, this one's a lot more powerful than the one I gave Andrew.
What is the item
Get that
called?
look off your face.
It was his first attempt. You were the guinea pig.
That's true.
Lizzie, what's the item called?
It is a hat of disguise.
It's a hat of disguise that looks like a leaf that easily goes into your leaf bud.
Yeah, but you can make it look like anything you want. In some anime, there's like fox spirits and they stick like a leaf on something or someone and make them look like something else. It's like an illusion, or they make themselves look like something else. And I don't know if that's something from Japanese mythology or what, but I just think that's a cool idea. So.
I like it. I'd probably keep it as a leaf because that's what it looks like.
Yeah, but anything else you guys wanted to buy here? It's probably been like a total of like 20 minutes.
Not that. Oh, I will ask him if he has a scroll of. Hold on. Feign Death, Phantom Steed, Unseen Servant, and Magic Mouth. Unseen Servant and Magic Mouth are level 1 spells. Feign Death and Phantom Steed are level 3.
He has Magic Mouth and
Unseen Servant.
Unseen Servant.
How much?
Let's say 50 gold per scroll.
Boom. Sold. Now I actually have to add those to my spell list. Oh my god. Okay.
Cause like comment, whatever. I don't care. Just buy shit. It's fine. Sam, I know you had said out of game that there was some stuff Nora was looking for, so.
Nora's just curious what new this person has compared to what they had last time.
They have a couple more things, but he's like, I'm always making some new stuff for utility and whatnot, magic enhancers or anything, things to help you around with more chores. So I guess, what are you looking for?
Nothing really in particular. Anything that could potentially maybe make us stronger, or I guess more hardy.
Like vitamins?
Not quite.
They got the Flintstones up in this bitch?
Yeah.
Give me them gummies.
Well, if you're looking, when you say stronger, do you mean physically stronger or more of a magic casting? Because if you're looking for something that would give you a temporary boost to strength, you're looking for more of like a potion or something. But if you're looking for something that would make your magic go further and make you stronger in that way, you would want something like a Pearl of Power or a Ring of Spell Storing. Okay, so you're probably looking for a Pearl of Power or a Ring of Spell Storing.
Do you have either of those?
I do have both of them. One of them is 250, and the other one is 1,000 gold.
It's the Pearl of Power 1,000.
No, the Pearl of Power is 250. The Ring of Spell Storing is 1,000.
What do you think, Spam?
I don't know yet. I was kind of going in there being like, I just want to know what stuff they've got this time. I don't have any plans.
Lizzie, I do have a question for you. So with Magic Mouth, it's a specific trigger that happens. So could it be if a person comes in range, a specific person? Would it work that way? Because
in Josh's game, Andrew used it to put a message in Leland's room and said goodnight.
Okay, because
wasn't creepy at all.
I'm gonna need to buy about 50 gold worth of stuff, and I have a huge gift for Rhiannon now. So I need 50 gold worth of jade diamond dust if possible.
50 gold worth of jade diamond dust?
So in order to cast Magic Mouth, you need 10 gold per. So you want to be able to cast it 5 times. So the spell requirement is a small bit of honeycomb and jade dust worth at least 10 gold, which is consumed. So I would like 50 gold worth of jade dust, if possible.
Okay. You would have to go probably to a jeweler to get that specifically, but there is probably one in the Fae district that can sell you that for no problem. I'm really confused what gift you're giving her. Like, are you just gonna have random messages like when she walks by?
You'll find out.
I'm so interested in seeing what this is going to be. But back to you, Nora.
Think I'll take that Pearl of Power if you have that.
All right, he will sell it to you for 250.
What does that do again?
250. It allows me to regain a spell slot.
Up to 3rd level or lower.
So
once per
to
day.
3rd level.
Yep. I think you have to be attuned to it though, but I don't think you're attuned to any items. So.
Nope.
They are useful. You're able to successfully buy things. You can go get your jade powder.
Woo!
You can get your capelets.
Yay.
Josh is committing seppuku.
I do want to get a special like brooch too. I want to go see if I can find like, so at the jeweler, I want to see if there's like a pretty brooch with a blue gem inside of it, something around like 100 gold worth ornate wise, or maybe 50 gold, like 50 gold ornate wise.
Yeah, you can find something like that. Is there, are you picky about the color blue or no?
Not picky about the color blue. I want it to be either blue or red. Very ornate, maybe something that's reminds me of like a flower, maybe like a flowery brooch. That's
Like
something.
Sure. Yeah, you can find something with like vines and flowers on
Something that looks florally. That's either preferably blue. Would settle for red, about 50 gold worth.
You can find something that with blue in it.
Okay, that's what I'm going to get then.
Okay.
Gosh, you guys, I'm spending so much money today.
Is there anything else for
every time
shopping?
you go shopping?
I know. It's so bad.
Is there anything else for shopping? Or are you guys good after you get your capelets picked up and everything?
No,
I'm good.
I'm happy I got my capelet, and then I'll give Nora hers and Rowan his right away.
Yeah, you guys get these cute little feather capelets that were made from the harpy feathers. And they're honestly much prettier now that they've been washed and like sewn onto this cape. It's actually they're quite nice looking. They have a pretty goldish sheen.
Actually, I had an image. Let me see if I can find it quick.
Yeah.
Continue.
But yeah, you get your capelets. You go back to the guild, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Okay. And the boys are there, and Josh. I have a little bit of narration for Josh finishing the act. So the final step of enchanting, you know, as you're working and the bees are surrounding you in the honeycomb, you know that Juan is watching, but he's outside your peripheral. Right now, it's just you and the bees surrounding you in the honeycomb. During the final step of enchanting, the stains that were there from the... Yes, Andrew.
I would be in there, like, working the bellows and stuff for him.
Yes.
Okay. You can be in there. Your brother are you outside the honeycomb? Because I don't really think he needs the... I don't know if you'd need the bellows going for this last bit of enchanting, but we'll say sure. We'll say sure.
He was there.
Yeah, he's there. I'm not saying he's not there. I'm just trying to think of what he's doing, and is he inside the honeycomb barrier or outside?
I mean, he'd probably be interested to go check it out if his brother let him.
Okay. Nope, only Nora can be in there. You don't get no chair.
I mean, you got to bring your own chair.
I don't.
No. Okay. So it's the final step of enchanting. The juice from the berries that Nora originally grated against the edges of the blade has stained it. Now, as you work on it, the color has seeped into the metal and it's somehow actually become more vibrant, and this now pulses with magical energy, and you can feel like from like the juices in the berry that have now dried in the blade, there's magic that is just like thrumming through it all the way down the core until it settles into the section of the axe that Nora had inserted that piece of necklace. Now the whole area radiates with a strange force. Prevalent is the scent of honey and smoke that you are familiar with, but now it mixes with another sweet scent, a form of incense close to time. But more than that, it's alluring and fantastical, and it brings back memories of springtime festivals as a child, when everything seemed to bloom and full of whimsy in the world, shaking off the cold months of winter. As you feel the magic thrumming, your eyes open because you assumed it was the bees humming, but and you felt something on your hands, but actually around the wooden part of the axe, there are leaves and little branches growing and entwining around the handle. They're enveloping it with these new growth, and then after a minute, there are little white buds that are blossoming all along the flowers. There are little white buds that are blossoming all along the branches. The celestial bees who have hummed around you during the process leave you and begin buzzing lazily over the axe before gently landing on the handle and sniffing the flowers. You stand feeling exhausted when a breath of hot air sweeps past you. The bees hum louder as you turn to see Anguide actually standing across from you, now holding the axe. Her calloused hands tracing the delicate branches that are around the handle, and her fiery hazel eyes study your newest creation with a glimmer of pride. Do you say anything, or you just let her examine it for a bit?
Hans and Frans says nothing.
Okay. After a few moments of her studying it and holding it very gently, you can see a very soft smile tug at the edge of her lips as she sets it down and looks at you directly in the eye and says in her very soft, what's her voice like? It's a very soft crackle, like almost like fire, you know, when there's wood that is just like flaking off, like popping. Her voice is similar to that, but very soft. She says, "Old and new, the essence of my craftsmanship entwined with the vivacious nature of Fey magic. What an interesting union." And she smiles at you directly. "An anomalous creation. I look forward to seeing where inspiration takes you next time." And she blows you a kiss, and you feel the heat from the gesture, like a blast from the forge. But you find yourself alone again in the forge, the bees humming pleasantly around Rowan's new axe.
Brother, where have you gone?
Brother, I don't know where I am.
You didn't see that. You just saw him zone out for a little bit.
And then, boom, everyone's just gone. Consumed.
Just Thanos.
Yeah.
Yep.
I come walking back in and I'm like, "Oh, brother, you was zoning out there for a minute, so I went and grabbed some jerky. Did you want some?"
Brother, Anguide was here.
Wait, what?
She approved of the axe. She picked it up and held it and examined it.
What? I mean, that's pretty cool, but I mean, obviously she'd approve. It's a pretty fucking sweet axe, brother. I shouldn't say obviously. I mean,
She was here.
yeah, it's pretty impressive when they do that.
She even kissed her hand and blew something at me.
What, she like blew the kiss at you?
I guess so.
Andrew.
Yeah.
Give me a perception check.
There's just like big lip mark right over his entire face.
You're like listening to him talk, and you notice like there's just tiny little, like his hair looks and his eyebrows look a tiny bit singed, just a little bit.
Hot lips.
I'll wait to say something. What? I mean, what? She said she approved of your axe?
Yeah, she said something about mortal magic and fey magic being a very curious union. And so she was kind of impressed.
Oh, brother, that's awesome. I mean, maybe this will be the item that you take with you to the hive.
Well, now this is for Rowan.
Well, no, but I mean, hopefully Rowan comes with us, you know, and this will be like, check out this shit, you know. And Guide was like,
yeah,
this is pretty sweet.
Yeah.
I mean, that's awesome. I'm kind of curious, you know. I mean, that was just in the flames like a couple hours ago. Where did the little flowers and shit come from?
I think that's kind of part of Anguide and the fey magic. I didn't expect that to happen.
That's pretty sweet. Did I do anything?
I mean,
They're just flower buds, and I'll pick a flower bud off.
Let me see if I have what your axe does saved.
Well, no, I have that in front of me, but I'm
I know you
wondering
do.
what that
Okay.
the flower is. What does?
Give me a nature check.
Oh, glory be.
That's right.
It's a morning glory.
16 on the die plus 1, so 17.
You do recognize them because you've seen them before on various trees throughout time, specifically Rowan trees.
I was like, Rowan trees.
Ronin, they're the
Rogue
Roman
samurai? What?
Yeah, yep. You've seen them on rowan trees before. They are the little buds that come before the fairies.
Wow, Ronin and fairies.
The bear. He's Fae. What can I say?
I thought Josh was the one that was
before they.
drinking.
I've been sober for a couple hours.
This is vodka. No, they're little white buds that turn into rowan berries eventually.
Okay.
So yeah, that's what you get.
Okay, now remind me. I know I'm not seeing it yet in character, but I know that you had described what it would look like to me a little bit outside of the game.
Yeah.
Is it a wood handle that is now also has like branches growing around it?
Yep, yep. And there's little white flowers blooming on them. And then the blade itself, which I believe we agreed it was a double-headed axe.
Right.
The edges of the blade are stained in an ombre effect, this purplish red color from your rowan berry juice. From like when Sam's character grated it on there. So it basically stained it. And then the whole axe is just very like it looks a little, it doesn't look like just a tradition, like there's something about the quality of it that seems more whimsical and magical versus like your brother's axe looks like it was made by like the hand of man and a skilled craftsman and beautifully well done. But no, it has a very ethereal quality to it where it doesn't look like it was made by just the hands of like a man or a skilled craftsman. It looks like something like
the hand of God.
It has it's ascended a little bit past that. This actually looks like a magical blade. Versus your brother's looks more of like a very, very well made piece of magic, and it would take a skilled magician to look at it and see the magical essence. This one just radiates it. And you still have that lingering scent of the air of honey, but now it's mixed with like the smell of fresh flowers and like trees and spring days. So, yeah.
Well, I think we should probably go find Rowan. I think this is done.
Yeah, brother, it's pretty sweet. I mean, I can see why she approved of it. You know, make sure that he knows, you know, just how important this axe is. I mean, that's pretty awesome.
Oh yeah, I got a speech written and everything.
Damn, brother.
I'm prepared.
All right, so go grab.
So we'll go and
come back.
Yeah.
try to find Rowan. Maybe go to the lunch hall or whatever.
Lunch. Yeah,
Mess hall?
they arrive probably about a half hour or so later. Hands full, shopping, busy, you know.
Yep. But I have the axe folded up in that leather canvas.
Okay.
And we're just, I guess, sitting and eating lunch. I'm exhausted and need food.
Yep. You can, and then they come in and Rowan, Nora, and Una, you see the twin brothers sitting at a table with just others in the nearby area.
Come over here, Rowan, Nora, Una.
Una's gonna just immediately kind of skip everything and learn these scrolls because she has an amazing gift idea for Rhiannon. So she wants to make.
So she just like goes past
That's
them.
gonna take.
Yeah, probably. She goes to wherever she like does like, her magic stuff. And she has 4 scrolls to learn now, and each scroll's gonna take at least an hour, if not more, to learn.
2 hours per level.
Yeah, so like she's literally just gonna go and like cram this out so that way she has everything ready for the slumber party.
You have the rest of today and then until like tomorrow evening, so you've got probably
like a day,
while, but yeah,
a little over a day. So Una has to focus.
Over a day.
Because
okay,
yeah,
all right, yeah.
That oh crap, 2 hours per level. That's
Yep.
6, 8. That's 10 hours. He has to
6 and 8
focus.
is more than 10 hours.
Oh, 6.
That's 20 hours.
6 plus 4. So 12.
So
That's
16.
16 hours. Whew, yeah, she
They
has 16 hours to learn.
prioritize.
Do you need
Yep.
all 3 of them for this magical gift for Rhiannon?
I need for sure the tiny hut, which that's 6 hours, because that's a level 3 spell. Hold on here. Tiny hut and water breathing, I want for sure, because I want to actually ritually cast that one on Nora here soon. So that's 12 hours. And then 2 hours for magic mouth. So that's 14 hours. And then what's another 2 hours? So
Crazy.
yep, she's just focusing and like going to her little magic corner because she wants to do all this stuff because she wants to help Nora and she wants to make a gift.
Nice.
Okay. Well,
So as
Una just
Una just whoosh, walks by, Hans and Franz kind of looks at Nora.
like sad.
I think she's just really excited. She'll see it later.
She purchased a handful of scrolls. I feel like
She has a lot to learn. She got a lot of stuff.
And Hans and Franz reaches down under the table and pulls the leather canvas package and sets it in the middle.
Rowan, would you please sit across from me?
if Rowan's eyes could brighten, you would see them just like glowing profusely. Just
Wait, you have a spell for that.
just like you could tell by his body language that he's just like buzzing with excitement, pun intended. And he okay, and he comes over and he sits across from you.
And he unfolds half of it so that part of the blade is peeking out of the canvas.
Rowan, this axe is imbued with the love and affection of your sister, the blessings of Angid, and the fruit of your canopy. Through your intentions, you protect your sister. Through your actions, you protect us all. And by my craftsmanship, you will protect yourself. This axe is Protector. Use it well.
And he unfolds the last bit. And I sent you the item card in Discord.
I'm not crying, you're crying.
It's a magical item. So I guess
You have like kid at Christmas face right now.
Yeah.
Yep, he seriously does.
And that's exactly like without even saying. Sorry.
Is Rowan so excited that he would just unintentionally cast like a spell or anything?
Fireball.
That's a very random question.
No, I know, because I was looking at what your spells are, and I think that not light, one of the other ones you have, where I'm like, I think that might unintentionally, like.
I rolled an 8.
Okay.
So whatever you want to add that to.
I think your eyes would actually brighten then.
Okay.
Look, knowing what one of your
I know
things is
what
and
you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah, you know which one
Yeah.
I'm talking about. Yeah, his eyes actually do lighten up quite a, like, you've never really seen them actually glow before, but they're actually glowing, and his runes like spark a little bit in excitement, but then it's like gone as he holds the axe. But yeah, continue.
He just stares at the axe, takes it from the leather, and just holds it in his hands. And after a good solid 10, 20, 30 seconds, he looks up at you, Hans and Frans, and he says, "Thank you. This is beautiful." I've never seen anything like this before. And the fact that this will help protect not only myself, but you, my friends, and my sister as well, means the world to me. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Did you want to read off what it did, Aaron, or no?
Yeah. This weapon is imbued with the power to protect the wielder and any others from harm. The axe has 2 modes, and you may use either of them up to 4 times a day. You cannot use both features in tandem. Sanctuary, which only targets Nora, at a range of 30 feet.
Per the spell.
Yep. You ward a creature within range against attack. Until the spell ends, any creature who targets the warded creature with an attack or harmful spell must first make a wisdom saving throw. On a failed save, the creature must choose a new target or lose the attack or spell. The spell doesn't protect the warded creature from area effects such as explosions or a fireball. If the warded creature makes an attack or casts a spell that affects an enemy creature, the spell ends. And then Shield of Faith requires concentration. A shimmering field appears and surrounds a creature of your choice within range, granting a +2 bonus to AC for the duration.
And it lasts for 10 minutes. But you can't rage while you're using that one.
Right, because it's concentration.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Yep.
But the other one, yeah.
Yep.
So yeah, that's your axe. You can use any of those 4 times a day. You just can't use them at the same time.
I love it.
That's what happens when you get to use a really special ingredient in it that is a one-of-a-kind thing.
I'm so excited.
I think because I just noticed on the item card it didn't have what the DC was for the wisdom save. Based on it being an uncommon item, I think the DC would be 15.
Okay. For
actually that for the sanctuary. So when they attack Nora or cast a spell that would harm Nora, they have to make a wisdom save or change their decision.
Yeah.
And so it looks like just per standard magic item stuff, the DC would be 15.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah, but you have your axe.
I'm so excited.
Now watch there not be combat for us.
What does Rowan do after holding the axe? Are you just admiring it, and are you sitting quietly? What are you doing?
Yeah, I think he just sits there and he turns it over in his hands. He examines every inch of it. Basically attuning to it without attuning to it, just not intentionally, at least if it happens, but just taking in all its glory. And he turns it over on its end, and he sees the emblem in the pommel, and he looks up to you and he says, "This is from your necklace, Nora."
It is.
Is this what helps me to protect you?
Maybe. It was something I gave Hans and Frans to add to your act.
This means a lot. Thank you for doing that.
You're welcome. I have the other half.
Okay.
And so it'll make me feel like we're, always together.
Right. I know the necklace meant a lot to you, so thank you for trusting me with part of it.
Well, you're my brother, and that necklace is family. So Nora's actually gonna turn to Hans and Frans, and she's gonna give him a hug.
Aww.
And,
wait, which one?
Josh is Hans and Frans. And she's gonna give him a hug and a kiss on the cheek.
Ooh.
And she's just gonna say, Thank you for helping my brother and giving him such a great gift.
Of course, you and he have helped us out a lot. And, it's not the only one that I intend to give. I intend to keep creating. Who knows? Maybe the next one will be for me. But I'll make another one.
Something good too. Nora will just sit down in between Hans and Frans and Rowan and just be like all happy and comfy, and she's just gonna have a big smile on her.
Aww.
She's just happy.
Mm-hmm.
So what's the plan for the rest of the day?
I don't
We're
really
able to
know.
get some masks.
Oh, yes. Una actually went and requested. She did a really good job of describing what you guys were looking for. So she got one that's the horse, and one that's the bee, and they're gonna make very nice cloth and leather masks for you.
Cool. Excellent. All right.
And I got this leaf.
Yes,
Oh,
it's so cool.
Oh, it's a magical leaf. As soon as I am attuned to its magics, I can turn into anything I would like.
Wait, what?
Anything?
Any
Like a bear?
look like any one. I don't know if I could
Person.
look like a bear, but I think it's just a person.
Okay.
I mean, that's
Um,
still pretty cool.
Yeah.
Like, does it have to be a person you've seen, or like you can just be anyone you imagine?
Anyone you imagine.
Did you guys just hear that?
Oh,
Yeah,
Where the fuck did that come from?
I don't know. Maybe
The
it's
PA
Rowan,
system,
dumb your
maybe?
spells.
maybe it's the magic of the leaf.
That's pretty
Destroy it.
I was telling you that
I
because
know.
that's because he would have told you that's how
Yeah.
it worked. That's why
Would
I
he though?
mentioned it.
Would he? Don't put.
Well, I was
mouth.
I was gonna say, all I know is that he used it to look like me before he sold it to us. So I
How do
assume
we
you
know
can
you're
look
not
like-
him?
Yeah. What happens if somebody just disguised to look like you while you're disguised to look like somebody else? And then we don't realize it's not you. We need to come up with some sort of passphrase. So, like, if you come up to me, or one of us, you say, Flash, and we will answer Thunder, and then you know it's us.
Brother, we still don't know if it's really Rowan.
Shit. We got to come up with something different. Rowan, where are you from?
I cannot tell you where I'm from.
Yeah, I think it's him.
Okay, all right.
All right, so we'll keep that same
Flash Thunder
passphrase.
still works. Good.
Okay, I will try to remember that. Flash, thunder. Okay.
What?
So how long does it take for you to,
so funny.
attune to it?
I don't know.
I know that when I did it for my hood here, it was like, an hour-ish. Just like a good run, It was about that long.
Okay. I don't know what that's like, but okay.
You've never ran before for fun?
It's a good run. He doesn't know what a good run is.
Well, tomorrow morning, you and I will go for a good run.
Okay. That sounds like it will be fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So if our masks are being made, what do we do for the rest of the day?
I don't know.
Do you want to go for a run now?
I mean, that sounds pretty good to me.
No,
Sure.
Do you want to go too?
All right. Where would we go?
I mean, we probably just go down
Down the road.
follow the river south for a while, and then turn around and come back.
Okay.
Okay.
Should we leave Una by
Oh
herself?
shit! Yeah, no, we shouldn't.
Maybe I'll stick back with Una, and you guys can go have your ride.
Well,
Okay.
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 Like Hans and Franz?
Huh?
What were you gonna say, Andrew?
Well, I was gonna suggest that my brother stay behind, but my Hans and Franz doesn't know the situation.
Nora will give a little side glance to Hans and Franz Josh and just be like, unless somebody else wanted to go be with Una.
I mean, she's busy, isn't she?
I'm sure she'd still enjoy the company.
Yeah, she won't be talking because she's gonna be concentrating on spells, but
It's the thought that
Oh,
counts.
okay. I'll give it a shot. Have a good run.
I like.
Okay.
I kind of look at my brother, and then I look at Una, or at Nora,
You mean
and
Nora?
then I'm like, there's just like a really confused look on his face. Like, I thought he liked, and then she's like, go spend time with. And
Doing
he's
the
just-
mental math.
Yeah, he's just like, I mean, yeah, brother, if you want to stay here for that reason, I mean, that's okay.
Gotta play the field, you know?
But I mean,
Nora will just actually like just take Rowan by the arm like she always does, and then grab Hans and Franz and just be like, "Come on, I'm getting bored."
Okay.
She'll like just drag him outside.
And she turns into a horse and takes off.
Oh god.
I mean, talk about a
Oh,
good
Don't
shit.
spoil my plan, Josh.
Sorry.
yeah, so
Sorry. That's why I
No.
wanted to go too. 'cause
go
I
on
wanted
like
to-
hour run, and then I'm gonna go back and spend like the rest of the evening with Sureblood.
sure, he
Actually,
is very.
I take him
happy
with
to-
us. I just let him run with us.
He is so happy to be out and about and just traveling around, and he like thinks to you like, "Are you gonna leave me alone again for a while?"
I mean, hopefully not. Things get busy, you know, but I'll try to bring you with, you know, or at least take you out, you know, at least once a day if I can. You know, is it better if I unsummon you and then you're back where you're originally from and then you can run around there? If I know I'm not gonna need you for a while.
He's kind of shrugs. He's like, it's nice to be able to just go where there's not walls and run around. Here or back with the other
I
horses.
mean, do you
it's
not
fine.
even want to be in the stables? I could just leave you out, and then when I need you, I'll call you.
Yeah, what's the call? Yeah, you can call him from wherever,
Not from
can't
wherever, but like within a mile.
you? Yeah, he can say he'll kind of come and he's like, I wouldn't mind being able to come and go as I
I'll-
like, you know, he kind of communicates that.
I'll make sure that
Can you come get me out tomorrow or the day after? I've been really just a little lonely.
Jesus. Lizzie,
Fine.
I make
this
you
is a
feel guilty for this
celestial
pet
fucking
you're
horse.
Hey, they have feelings too.
They do have feelings.
Spreul has feelings. Why do you think he gets
Mhm.
to come out and play all the time?
Yeah.
Because
He's
he's
like-
easy to have out and around,
Mhm.
unlike a
Well-
fucking horse who I was hoping the fucking stable master, the stable master would be, you know, taking care of him. But
No, he does. He's like he does. He does.
Oh, he does?
He does.
takes him
He's
out and
supposed to
runs
be-
him and stuff like
he
I
just-
asked him to? Because I asked him to do that.
Yeah, he does. He just is like, I prefer being around
Okay.
you.
No, yeah.
You did summon him.
We're going to go camping tonight. Tonight? Tomorrow night. Tonight?
No, tomorrow
Tomorrow
night.
night. Then we'll definitely bring you with.
Oh, that would be nice.
Yeah.
I like being around like mother's people.
I don't know. Mother's people?
Well, yes. The horse.
Like the horse?
I'm one of her children.
Wait,
yes.
what?
If you guys could see my face right now, the moment she said that, my face and mine was blown.
Shoreblood, you're... Wow, I did not know that. I mean, we were with you for like a week. I thought you would have mentioned that before.
It didn't seem relevant.
Didn't it though?
No.
Okay. I mean, that's pretty. I mean, like, I met your mother. Let me tell you about how I met your mother.
She kicked me in the face.
Something about an umbrella.
But yeah, about the horse. Basic. Sureblood says, yes, I'm one of her descendants.
That's pretty cool. I mean, she did give me a quest to complete, and hopefully you'll be a companion through that. I mean, appreciate it.
Yes, I think she is trying to help you succeed. She wouldn't have let me come to you if she hadn't forgiven you a bit.
Yeah, she was a little mad the first time we met, but it's pretty understandable. So
I don't understand the totems completely, and my mother's, other than like my mother, but I do know that the totems have a connection with each other, but it's much more of an affinity to a sibling of one of their sister or brother totems. So she had much more of a kinship with the elk because there was one of Moru's.
Yeah, I kind of figured as much,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's still really cool though that she sent you to me, and I do really appreciate it. You've been pretty awesome as a horse, and hopefully as we spend more and more time together, we become good friends.
Mm-hmm.
So since this is all happening in my head, those of you who are running with me, I'm just like, I'm running slower than I normally would to let you guys, keep pace.
Mm-hmm.
Or what he thinks you guys would need that. If not, we won't have to.
Yeah, actually, Nora and Rowan, make Constitution checks for me. I just want to see how
Nora would totally turn into something.
Oh, okay.
She's needs to stretch her legs.
Mm-hmm.
I'll have her turn into a
Llama. I don't know.
Giraffe.
I think she would probably just turn into, how about a deer? Yeah, she'll turn into a deer.
I rolled a 21.
You are doing fabulous. You're like, I'm not even having breathing. Am I doing this right?
Well, he wouldn't be. Just saying.
I don't have to breathe underwater.
Okay, yeah.
That would be 18.
Okay.
Once I realized that everybody's keeping up, he'd start going. He'd pick up the pace a little bit.
Okay.
But you guys see him, like, as he's, like, jogging, like, kind of running, he's, like... for a set, like, early on in the run, he like, stumbles a bit and, like, has, like, recovered, and he just, like, kind of running, looking over at the horse a bunch, like... So that's what you see.
Mm-hmm.
I was going to say that I'd turn to Nora and say something, but she's a deer. She can't talk to me.
She can hear you though. That's what really matters.
Mm-hmm.
See, now all I need is an item that'll give me telepathy to whoever I want, because then I could to you guys as an animal.
Yeah.
Yeah. There is a helm of telepathy. It's a pretty
that wouldn't
expensive
really
item.
work with that though.
Yeah.
You'd have to use.
Well, Kaya could still communicate though when she had when the mind link thing.
Yeah, but that's not how
higher
it
That's
works.
right. That's
levels.
separate.
Yeah.
At higher
literally
levels,
on.
she'll be able to speak, though, right?
Yeah.
Druids at higher levels gain the ability to.
Nope.
No, they can cast spell in beast form, but that's only when they hit like 18th level.
Is it it must be a Pathfinder thing then?
Yeah. But yeah, you can go for a run. You can do whatever you want for a day. Your run is quite nice. You pass by like farmers. You pass by, people working in the fields. Some people are like fishing in the river. There's people herding sheep. You see a couple more Fey sheep floating around with their little aerial pens, and it's a nice run.
That's what he was hoping for.
And then Una is busy transcribing. Does Hans and Frans try to talk to her whenever she gets like a break?
Fucking.
Let's see here. Yeah, Hans and Frans would kind of go into the barracks or whatever, wherever we normally sleep, and just kind of like see if Una is in there. He'd probably like if Una's in her spell book, he'd probably kind of like nervously peek over.
How's it coming along, Una?
There's a lot to learn. I have things for Rhiannon. I have things for Nora. I have things for you. It's a lot to learn, and I need to learn.
What things for me?
Well, so I know you're in the forge all the time, and there was a spell I learned about, and it summons like a person that helps people. He's not very strong, but I thought he might be able to help fetch things for you when you're in the forge. So I thought that was kind of cool. And then I have another one. I have a tiny hut for camping. I'm really excited about that one. It's kind of like my rope house, but a little different. And then water breathing, because I know Nora's afraid of water, so I thought that would help her. And then I can actually do that one every day, and it might come in handy if we do fight Lou, because if we have to go in the water, we'd be extremely hindered. So I really want to learn that one before we go up against him, because then I can cast it on us before we do anything, since it lasts 24 hours.
Oh, wow. A whole day of water breathing.
Yeah, I think it would come in really handy, and then it can just always be prepared on us. So if we do have a problem and we have to go swimming in the water for some reason because they like water stuff, then we won't drown. And I can do it up to 10 people, so it should cover everyone.
Yeah, I think that'll be pretty good. So what are you doing right now?
So I have to read these over and over and over, and then I have to put them in my book, and I have to try to learn them as to the best of my ability, so I can use them.
Well, okay, I guess. I'm just gonna do some writing over in my bunk. So,
did you need something? Do you want help with anything?
No, not in particular. I mean, my brother and Nora and Rowan went out for a run, and I didn't want to leave you all alone, so I'll just be over in my bunk.
Well,
good.
Thank you. I appreciate your help. Maybe I'll learn the servant one first then, so that way he can help you if needed.
Okay, sure. Thank you.
Okay, well, let me know if you need anything. Thanks for staying with me. I mean, I kind of didn't think that one through. I kind of got excited. I have a really cool gift idea, and I want to make sure it's done in time. And then I also have to make sure the hut's done in time, and if we do find Lou, I definitely want to make sure that we're safe, and then I want to make sure that I can help you because you've been really nice. I know that Nora was having you do something for her, and maybe it was Rowan. I can't remember. And then you made that really cool
Rowan.
sword for your brother.
Oh yeah, well, I mean, you kind of missed the gift ceremony when you rushed in here. I gave Rowan his axe.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
I'm sorry I missed it. And she clearly realizing that she like really messed up, gets like a super solemn look on her face. Like she realized that her excitement of learning new things like really just messed up a huge thing.
Well, it's okay. I mean, you have the thing that you're really excited about, so it's not, it's not a big deal or anything.
But it is. I mean, you spent days working on that for him.
Yeah, a long time.
That's a pretty big deal. I'm sorry I missed it.
I appreciate that. I forgive you, Una.
Well, I'll work on the servant one first. So at least you'll have someone to help you. Since I obviously wasn't able to. I'll work on that one first.
So I can control the servant?
I'm trying to figure out how that works. I think that he still listens to my commands, but like if I command him to help someone, I think he has to do whatever that someone wants, if I remember correctly, if I read that correctly.
So interesting thing about Unseen Servant.
He's like weak.
It's kind of an unfortunate thing.
I have to be close, don't I?
The servant, if you leave, so you have to be around as long as the servant is doing whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And the range is 60 feet. If you go beyond 60 feet, poof, gone, done.
Yeah.
And you have to, every turn, command it to do something. Now, once you've like given it an instruction, it will, up to the best of its abilities, do so. So if you're like, take that bucket and fill up this tub, if there's a way for it to do so within this 120 feet diameter circle around you, it will do so until the tub is full. Or it could go the Fantasia route and just keep putting water in it until it floods the room. But otherwise, then it will just be, then it will stop and wait for the next command, next instruction. So it's not like help Hans and Frans, and then I have this unseen force just like pushing me around. I'm helping.
No, and I knew that wasn't the case, but like small tasks like that, like stoke the fire, like pump the billows. And I knew she had to be close, but I thought it was 100 feet. I didn't think that it was 60, so that is my bad. But still, like Una doesn't know that. She just got the scroll, so to her knowledge, it's to help. And I mean, 60 feet is still a pretty decent distance.
Yeah.
So, and she's in there making bows and arrows for her bow. So
sure. It'd be interesting to know if there's a like a magic item that can be made from Unseen Servant, where it's like, all right, go.
That'd be interesting.
Yeah.
He can lift up to 20 pounds and drag 100.
Yeah.
So.
No, it's a pretty good spell.
It will come in handy. And he's invisible, so that's always fun.
So to answer, to go back to Hans and Franz's question,
can I tell the servant thing what to do?
Well, I don't think so. I think I have to be close, and I can give it like a task, and the task could take a while. Well, up to 5 hours. So, but like if you needed someone to like pump the billows, he could pump the billows for like 5 hours if I just told him just to keep pumping the billows. But I know I have to be kind of close. I'm not sure how close yet.
Oh, well, okay, sure.
I mean, it help save time and strength and energy, and hopefully help do a little bit for you. And I mean, 2 is better than 1, or at least a fifth of a 1 is better than no 1.
Sure. Well, okay, I'll let you get back to it, and I'll just be over in my bunk if you have any questions or need anything.
Well,
Won't go
if you
anywhere,
need anything, just let me know. I mean, I'll probably be up for the next 16 hours.
That's a long time.
Yeah,
And I think per D&D, you're only allowed 8 hours of like a day.
it's gonna be split between 2 days. So my goal is to like do 8 hours, which is a 3rd level and a 1st level spell.
Yeah,
and then
she probably can do that, and then she's gonna get exhausted
and
be like
pass out for 8 hours, and then wake up the next day, and then study the next 8 hours. That's her plan. Because it's a little over 24 hours before we need to see her. She'll finish just in time to do this and to finish her gift. So at least that's her plan. Like I plan on like having her just get so exhausted and sick of writing that she like passes out with like her face stuck in her spell book, and then like wake up and realize that she just slept for 8 hours, and then like get right back to it in the morning.
So I have a question, honey.
Yes.
Honey Lizzie. Is
the real honey?
Yes. Are there you mentioned something about Juan doing like orders for weapons and stuff.
Yeah, he'll make stuff for the guild, and then he'll repair
active,
things
like,
of the freelancers.
Tasks like that, today?
Yeah, there's a few. He's got some repairs to make on some people's like swords, like kind of, and some fixes in their armor. He has a little bit of like machine work to do for some of like the carts and everything like that, and like fixing some of the metal pieces for that. Yeah, there's stuff you could help him with if you're looking for stuff to do.
Sure. Well, I think if there's maybe a weapon that needs to be made, or even one that needs to be repaired, Hans and Frans would use his channel divinity to take that hour to just fix it and do it.
Sure. He says, "Wow, I never thought I'd live to see someone actually be crafting magical weapons in here. This is quite a very unique instance. Thanks for helping out. It's fun to watch you work."
Oh, well, I thank you for allowing me to use your workspace, Juan. This has been a wonderful, wonderful experience, wonderful time here with you all. I made my second magic item, just finished this morning. It was kind of incredible. I'm kind of excited for the next one.
Yeah, he kind of is like, I don't exactly know, is it some sort of fey magic that you're using or something like that?
No, it's just from my goddess, Angid.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Like the one of the saints?
No.
Listen here.
No, Angid is a goddess of the Bendiah, my home.
Oh.
She's the goddess of craft and storytelling and healing.
Oh, all right. I've only just casually prayed to Tactus, the god of the forge, and I thought Angid was a saint of his, but you say she's a goddess where you're from. Why don't you tell me more about it? And he'll listen to you talk about her. He's interested.
Sure. He'll explain the Bendiah and the totems and the three goddesses and stuff like that. And his they are not saints thing.
Yeah, he's like, I don't mean that derogatory. That's just what I've always heard.
By these other gods. So stupid.
He kind of he doesn't he's polite and listening, and he doesn't quite really, I guess, care as much about like the doctrinal stuff, because he's just like, oh man, whatever, gods are gods are gods. Like, he doesn't really care, but he's very interested in hearing about, your home, like the magic items you made before, your skill and stuff. And then he gives you like a couple pointers. He's like, I don't think that I could ever give you advice on magic items, but I do notice that when you sometimes when you're pumping the bellows, you let the heat get like little hot here, where it could potentially fracture some things. It might save more time if you do this. Like, but it's trying to be like friendly advice, but he's like, but every forge master has their own thing, so.
Have you made a magic item, sir? I don't think so.
How do you know? Dun dun dun.
Because he said he's never seen a magic item made in here before.
Like that, yeah.
Maybe just in this forge.
Yeah.
What if he had done it in a different forge and he's a retired level 20 war forge? I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah.
And he shed his metal skin and grew flesh.
Or he's just wearing
Yep.
a skin suit.
Yep.
Oh, Lord.
It was a hat of disguise. But no, he'll try to make small talk. He'll make small talk with you and give you a couple of things. Cause like, you're kind of probably not appreciative of it, but he does actually. There's a couple things he says where you're like, oh yeah, I do that sometimes.
Do.
Eh.
And yeah, after probably, I don't know, 30 minutes or so, Hans and Frans will go back and check on Una.
She's still there, scribing her spells.
He'll go and get some paper from his footlocker and find some ink and sit at, I don't know if there's like a little desk or whatever, and start writing the letter to home.
Okay. You guys will have to work on that together and let me know what it says.
We'll give you some pointers, yeah.
No, I'm not writing it for you. You gotta write
What do you
it.
think I'm
No,
writing?
it's not. It's,
Oh, is that what you're gonna write?
Yeah.
all right.
Oh, I was
You
just
got it,
like,
brother.
who's he typing to?
I'm writing my dissertation.
Okay.
It's
Cool,
all
that
about
works
wormhole
too.
theory.
Nice.
If there's nothing, is there anything else you guys want to do, like before your meeting with Rhiannon, or no? Yes, Rowan, you want to attune?
I want to attune to my items.
Okay.
I want to get the masks. Or do we want to? When are they going to be done?
The masks will be done after, like on the 13th day. So the day before.
Yeah, they won't be ready until tomorrow.
Okay.
They'd be ready the day after your evening out camping.
Okay.
So-
I would.
Which is still a day and a half before the fight.
I would spend some time today, buying some good food. Something that like we could make like a really good hearty stew or something like that while we're out camping. And just some stuff for camping and
Vegetarian for Nora!
He's like, nah.
no, I'm trying to think of what he would get for her because he knows she's a vegetarian. He'd probably do like he'd get the stuff working with the cooks and stuff to make like a really good like mushroom stew that we could then like skewer or grill, venison or something on the side, and then put that in there for those of us that want it.
Okay. What are you getting for camping stuff? Because I think it's a dome, so you don't need tents. Is it just like blankets and
She hasn't
bedding
actually
and stuff
told
you're
me
getting?
anything about this. That she's.
Oh, okay.
She asked me for money, but then was like, "Oh no, I'm gonna use party funds." So I don't think Hans and Frans actually knows.
He just knows you're going camping.
Yeah, so he's planning to go camping with a group of people.
Logical.
Yeah, I mean, regardless, we're still gonna need bedrolls and that kind of stuff. So he's already got his own, but he would get stuff. I don't know if the guild would borrow it out to us or something like this. If not, he would just go buy. He's already got a shovel. He's already got the cook pot.
Yeah.
So he'd only really need to make sure that the rest of the group had, bedroll, and then food.
Cool. Yeah. Okay, you can easily get all that prepared.
But I would, before I went and got the bedroll, I suppose I would ask the party, like, what supplies do they have still? And then, so then if, I don't know if she would tell me, but I guess not.
That's a great question. How focused is Una on this right now? And she doesn't really know what's all on the dome. When
I think you would have a bit. You would have an understanding of how it works, that it basically just makes shelter, and it has like a finished floor, and it's temperature controlled, and you can see out of it. Things can't see in. You can change the color of it.
Yep.
But
I don't know how, like, I don't know if she knows how big it is or like what it all entails. So I don't think that she would just tell you that she's creating a tiny hut. Like that's like.
I would imagine like the dimensions would be in the spell that you're trying to.
Yeah, you would know what the dimensions of it are.
Which is a 10-foot radius, and it keeps up to 9 medium creatures.
Oh, so then yeah, we got it.
But I'm trying to figure out how far Una would know that. So it would depend on when you ask her.
I would say Una would know that because when she bought it, there's like normally a description of what it does, and he would have explained it to you what it does. Because he's not an asshole.
Nope, she will tell you basically she is creating a tent for all of us to fit in, an invisible tent that will protect us from elements as well as outsiders. And she also has her alarm spell that she can put in as a mile radius around the camp, like or half-mile radius around the camp. Like
that's
she can put
long silver wire.
Yeah, it is, but that's how it says within a mile radius. I was just looking at how far
you can,
it went.
But you then have to have enough silver wire.
Yeah,
you can have it as far as.
Yes.
But it's as much string or as much wire as you have is how.
And I think I have a mile worth of wire. So, however, it's a huge ball of wire.
All right, we're gonna say yes. It's fine.
Okay. I'm like paranoid now because I don't want to be wrong.
No, you're fine. You're fine. Okay. I will. For now, I'm ruling it as it's fine to move on. I might look it up later and stuff, but I'm pretty sure that sounds like it would. That seems like it would make sense, but
I can take a picture of the spool.
No, I just googled it as well. And like, the regular ones that I found were like 400 yards of thread, which is 1,200 feet, which would be like a quarter mile.
Yeah, so it is what it is. So Rowan wants to attune to his axe. When do you attune to your axe? Are you doing it like immediately? Or are you waiting like that night? Are you doing it like the day before you guys go camping?
I think he would try and do it that night.
Okay.
I don't know where he would do it though. Maybe he would. I wouldn't do it in the bunks. That's tough because I don't want to like go anywhere on my own, but I don't want to be where there's a lot of people. Maybe he'd. Well,
you could attune to the hat first.
No, he would want to attune to the axe first, 100%.
Okay.
As cool as the hat of disguise is, the axe is way more important.
Okay.
But maybe he would, as weird as it is, maybe he'd just go down to the baths, since there's probably not going to be anyone in there. He'd peek his head in and be like, "Hello." And if there's no one in there, then he would.
Yeah.
Sit down.
Going late enough at night. There's nobody there.
Okay.
All right. Rowan, you take the hour to bind yourself to this weapon and begin looking over the fine details of the axe. And you can see underneath the branches, there's still those fine little hexagon shapes that the original creation of it before it was enchanted, they're still there. And then you start thinking as you're meditating on it and trying to bind yourself to this axe. Like the first time, like Papa properly showed you how to hold an axe, and it's just like this weird feeling of memories. And you remember being told how to pray to a tree spirit, asking permission to use one of their group for warmth in the winter. And it's a very comforting memory. And you're just letting it, your mind drift over the fact that this axe is created for a different purpose. But you're still connected to your father as he trained you how to swing it just right, how to hold it just right, how to get the clean cut, how to not tire your arms when using it as much as possible, how to make sure your grip is right so it doesn't fly off and hurt anyone. And as the memory continues, you remember stopping back at home after like going out and cutting wood with him on a colder morning, and your papa and you carrying the wood back, and then your mother saying like, go find Nora for dinner. And you go wander through the streets of your village, and you're wandering around, and you remember like running into some elves and human children's like they're not really paying attention to you as you pass by, just kind of like going about their business. And then you hear like a little bit of like a scuffle, and then you come across Nora getting like picked on by some of the other kids near the sacred grove. Like, stop being such a know-it-all. God, do you have to be right about everything? Or they wouldn't say God, they'd probably say like tree spirits. You have to be right about everything.
Oh, Jesus Christ, you're the worst.
For leaf's sake.
By the tree.
By the tree. And it's weird, like, and there's some boys that are throwing snowballs at her, while a bigger boy is basically holding her like in an arm lock and like letting her get pelted with the snowballs. And you remember your fists just clenching, and the memory makes you very, very angry. And you remember actually like grabbing and tackling the bigger boy who was like holding on to her, and then giving him a bloody nose. But then more than that, you remember pulling a very sad and tearful Nora away with her book home and walking with her hand in hand, and just determined to never let anyone hurt her again. And then as you're tuning to it, you get that weird sense of emotion and feel, you can feel the spells locked in it. Like attuning to it basically gives you an understanding of like you can cast Sanctuary on her just to protect her, to make sure no one can ever hurt her again. But then you also start thinking about your friends and how sometimes your little world has expanded beyond Nora and your parents, and there's others there who you can protect now and want to be like who you want to protect, and who can also help protect you. But you successfully attuned the axe. The night of camping has arrived. What sort of fun shenanigans will the party get up to this evening? Find out next time on the Guardians of Fehal.